What's good, YouTube? We are back with another video, and we are going to be talking about some of my favorite fights from this year that happened in the UFC. Let's get straight into it. I'm going to do like a list of 10, but before we get to my top 10 favorite moments, we're going to do some honorable mentions. The first honorable mention, Shamil Blad Gaziev knocking out Thomas Peterson. Shamil was coming in with all the hype in the world, and he flatlined this blob real quick. Just a nice two down the pipe, and Shamil flatlines him. And 1 minute you're flatlining Thomas Peterson, and the next you're in the middle of the fucking ring with Salsa Boy, and he's flatlining you with the same punch. Circle of life. Next we got my boy Malcolm Wellmaker sending Cameron Simon body flying across the octagon. This is the fight that really made me a fan of Malcolm. I just never seen someone get hit with a hook like that and like fold to the side. Like, it was just nasty. Shout out my African brother Malcolm Wellmaker. My African brother. You know what I'm saying? You know, you put the beats on that South African, bro. So yeah, we're gonna have to put that in honorable mention. Then we got Shama, Mr. Alex Pereira. Like I told y'all, Alex was gonna flatline him. He went out there and flatlined Big Ank in the first round. Easy, light work. And we got people talking about, oh, Ank is so good. Lucas Tracy was gassing Ank alive up so good. Like, oh my God, he's so good. Not knowing that, you know, Alex had been hurt in that first fight and Ank still couldn't take him down. Ank couldn't even come close to finishing him when Alex fought at like 20%. So when Alex is finally 100%, he just goes out there, walks Ank down, hits him with a right hand, and just beats the fuck out of him. Just made my heart so warm, bro, because Ank alive is such a boring ass fighter. And our last honorable mention, we got, I didn't know what to put between the Bo Nickel high kick and the Killian Sally Cott high kick, but man, this is the Tom Aspinall card. Dog. Yo, I fell on the floor. I've never fell on the floor watching someone get knocked out. Like, that was just one of the nastiest knockouts. I don't know when the official UFC is gonna like make their official like awards or whatever, but man, this got to be a nomination, bro. That was just one of the most brutal KOs. All right, so now we're going to get into my top 10 favorite fights this year. Let's get it, man. Let's get it. All right, y'all know we got to talk about the Merab versus Umar. I talked about this in my Aura Moments video. Just like the hype this fight had, man. You know, the first two rounds kind of slow, but the third, fourth, and fifth round, man, the crowd was fucking going crazy. And I feel like when you're around an environment that's hype, it's going to make you more hype, even though I'm just sitting back watching it from the TV. That you could just tell the energy in that building. That place was erupting, bro.
Get him down!
I'd like to see this rematch one day when Umar doesn't end up breaking his hand, because I felt like there were some really good scrambles. Umar's got a chin on him. I mean, Merab is hitting him with flush right hands, the same right hand that he dropped Corey Sandhagen with. Umar's eating that shit on the chin while being gassed. So I don't know. I think Umar might get him in the rematch. We've seen that Merab is breakable. The game plan is out. His kryptonite is out. Might have to do a kryptonite video. UFC fighter with their kryptonite's part 2. But you touch up that body to Merab with them kicks, man. He does not like that shit. And Umar can kick. A lot of antics that Merab was doing in the fight is what also made this fight like lit. All the, you know, Umar's trying to take him down. He's got his hands up in the air, laughing, emoting and doing all that. Taking Umar right down and pointing at him. Like, Merab was on one this fight. So this is definitely one of my favorite fights of the year. Brandon Royval versus Joshua Van. This is basically a boxing match. This is bare knuckle boxing match with like them 4-ounce gloves they were using. I mean, Joshua Van started out kind of slow, but he was trying to, I think he was like, you know what I'm saying, downloading the data like Peter Yan. Joshua Van came out, you know what I'm saying, he was just looking, seeing what Brandon was doing, and then he started countering him hard, and they were just going back and forth the whole fight, all hands. There were some kicks every now and then. Joshua Van started using the oblique kick, lead leg oblique kick, to Brandon Royval to kind of try to get him to back up. And I'm pretty sure Joshua Van took this fight on short notice too, with a broken toe or something like that, with a jacked up toe. So yeah, shout out Joshua Van. It sucks how he got the belt, but man, and then it sucks that Brandon Royval got fucking knocked out by Manel Cap. I think that fight, bro, took his chin, man. That was a lot of damage, man, in that fight. And, you know, they're going back and forth. I think Brandon Royval ends up getting the second round. Joshua Van got first round. And in the third round, Van drops him at the very end of the fight and pretty much seals the deal. I think it was 29-28 if I'm not mistaken, but yeah, one of the best fights you'll ever see. Now, I gotta put this one on here because I've never seen someone get their body drug across the octagon like a dead carcass. I was reacting to this live and I was like, oh my God, he caught a body. Like, I just never seen no shit like this before. Anthony Hernandez, the most entertaining grappler. Cannot wait for the Strickland fight because he's going to actually force Sean to fucking fight. But what he did to Roman Dolidze, I said this right after I saw this, like, rear naked choke. I'm like, Roman Dolidze never should have been near Anthony Hernandez. They shouldn't have been in the same octagon. Just one of the most one-sided beatdowns you'll ever see. It might be a top 10 submission ever, bro. Like, dragging somebody's body like a corpse like that in a main event, and you're beating up on them the whole fight. Like, come on. So, shout out Anthony Hernandez. Now, this is my favorite fight of the year. I'm not going to even lie to y'all. Man, just you got two Brazilians, dogs. You got John Silva, who's got all this aura, who's just flatlining, finishing everybody. Then you got Diego Lopez, just got beat up by Volk a little bit, you know what I'm saying? Bro, he was really trying to brawl with Volk. I'm so scared for Volk's life. Early prediction, I think Diego Lopez is going to flatline Volk. We've seen that he can go 5 rounds with the cardio. We've seen how tough his chin is. Volk's not going to be able to do anything in his chin. I think Diego's going to realize that too and going to walk Volk down the entire fight and not take a step back. Because if you can take punches from John Silva, Volk's little pitter-pat punches ain't going to do shit to you. Volk is going to get slimed out. I'm calling it right now. But, man, just that first round of Diego Lopez mounting him and John Silva looking up, smiling at him as fucking Diego Lopez is landing elbows, and then John, being that dog he is, the second round comes out and just pieces Diego Lopez up. You really think John Silva's getting ready to finish Diego Lopez, and he hits him with that spinning elbow, just brutal. After the fight, John's trying to punch him. This is one of the craziest. And this was the same fight as that Canelo and Crawford fight, and we just got to see why UFC, why the MMA is just so much more entertaining than boxing. And this is a real fight. Boxing is not a real fight. Who's John Silva fighting next? Fuck, I forgot. Arlen Allen. Arlen Allen's going to get slimed out. Diego Lopez is going to slime out Volk. We might see these two fight again in the future. I really hope we see that. Hopefully John doesn't get so reckless and just run in there and get hit with that spinning elbow. But man, John Silva's got the best boxing in featherweight, no question. Whoo, this is my second favorite fight of the year, no question. Yuri versus Khalil, brother. Yuri Prochazka is one of the funniest people on this earth. And how he comes around and literally just fucks off in the first 2 rounds. Literally only throwing a jab and these like little leg kicks that have nothing on them. I think his plan was just to gas Khalil out, because in the 3rd round, you can see it in the middle of the 2nd round, bro. Khalil started gassing and Yuri got up in his face and went full Marauder mode. And that left hook that he lands on Khalil, and Khalil falls face first, bro. And then that bottom photo of him just walking off with Khalil slumped out. Dog, like I said, Yuri, I didn't understand the Yuri Prochazka hype in the beginning, but Yuri is the most entertaining fighter. Not even close. I need to see Yuri fight live in person. That would be crazy. I bet you seeing him fight live is like a whole different experience. Because the shit I see on TV is just like outrageous. So definitely one of my favorite fights, UFC 320. I think Yuri even said in the post-fight interview that like he needs someone that hits harder, and was like low-key talking shit about Khalil's power, because when Yuri was getting hit, he was kind of like just getting mad. Like it wasn't rocking him. So Yuri's just built different. Let me explain to y'all why this is another. I was hyped. I reacted to this live. We all knew Charles was gonna get slimed out in the first round by Ilia Topuria, and that boy got knocked out and then hit his knee off his face. So boy got slimed out by Ilia Topuria. He takes a fight literally 3 months later, I think it was, against Rafael Fiziev, but Fiziev pulled out. Gamrot steps in on like 2 weeks notice, and Gamrot was calling him out saying, you're supposed to be this grappler guy, you don't want to grapple. And the fight starts after being knocked out brutally. I mean, Ilia Topuria might have knockout of the year. So that was like a brutal knockout. And as soon as the fight starts, Charles literally gets in Gamrot's face. Now, granted, Gamrot doesn't have the same power that Ilia has, but he's acting like he's fighting like the same Charles, the same walking you down, Muay Thai high guard in his face, trying to like engage in the fight. Like not no fucking standing outside Leon Edwards style at range, leg kicking, doing that boring shit. No, he's bringing the fight to him. And that's why we knew he was going to get knocked out by Ilia in the first round, because, you know, you can't bring that kind of fight to Ilia, and Ilia's got way too much power. But anyway, Charles is walking him down, ends up taking him down in the 2nd round, chokes his ass out. I didn't even make a prediction video because I didn't know who to predict. I'm like, Charles is coming off 3 months after getting knocked out. He's going against a really good grappler in Gamrot, who's just elite at smudging people. Charles is not good against these wrestlers. He's not very good against these wrestlers, man. I mean, he's like 0-4 against wrestlers. He goes out there, puts on that beautiful performance, and just chokes him out in the 2nd round, makes light work of him, then calls out Max Holloway for the BMF belt. Shout out Charles Oliveira. The champion has a name, Charles Oliveira.
The champion has a name, the Charles Oliveira, brother.
I feel like the biggest Leon Edwards hater, but there's been rumblings of that you're complaining, you're going against all these grapplers, and you finally go against a striker. You go out there and you smudge him the whole first round. And then to see Carlos Prates put that left hand down the pipe on Leon Edwards' chin and knock him out, and he's smiling. I ain't never seen no shit like that. Like, there's so many moments you're gonna see in the UFC that just very unique and you'll never see again. Another reason why this kind of made me happy is that we can start getting all these old welterweights who are washed up that never fight. We can kind of get him out the rankings and we can, start promoting the Protests, the Garys, the Moraleses. I don't want to see no more Kamaru Usman. Kamaru Usman, take your ass up to 185. Bro, you're not getting the title shot. If they give Usman the title shot at 170, I'm going to be fucking pissed. Because you got all these fucking contenders. I just named 4. And we got Shavkat. He needs to fight again, though, because he's been out for years. But we got Protes, Morales, and Gary. Usman cannot... Shavkat and Usman got to fight. You win that fight, okay, you got a 2-fight winning streak. Okay, we can give you title shot. I hope Protes is working on his grappling. Maybe they put him against Morales. I think you should do that. Give Ian Gary the title shot. And then the winner of Morales and Protes can fight the winner of Makhachev and Gary. And then you can give the winner of Shavkat and Usman, the winner of that. There's so many things you can do. Like, the welterweight is popping right now. That division is popping. Very excited for it. But yeah, Leon getting slimed out by Carlos Prates. One of my favorite fights of the year. All right, Nickel versus Vieira. Rudolph. Rudolph? I don't know how to say the Brazilian guy's name, but I'm just gonna put a clip of me talking about the fight into the video so y'all can see my initial reaction. Because man, this was another one like that. Killian. What's another one that got me real hype? This had me hyped like Oliveira and Gamrot, bro. I'm not gonna lie. And Lopez Silva, like I was bouncing off the walls, bro. Bo Nickel put on a great performance. I'll put the clip of it in there. Bo comes out with the oblique kicks, hard ass body kicks, 1-2s, hooks, elbows off the break. I'm like, he looked like a complete fighter. You remember the Paul Craig fight? He literally fought in the last MSG card, Paul Craig fight, and his striking in that fight looked horrific. 1 year's difference. His striking went from here all the way up here. He looked like a real ass fighter, bro. I was saying this like, wow. So I was like, damn, Bo Nickel looks good. Now, the reason why this is one of my favorite fights is because first of all, Arman's a gangster. Armenian dude. Dan Hooker tries to psych him out during the face-off. Arman headbutts his ass. Yeah, what the fuck's up? You know what I'm saying? Shout out Arman Sarukian. That's a dog, bro. And I'm not going to say fuck UFC, but God, why y'all playing with this man like this, bro? Why is he not fighting for the belt? Like, oh my God. I don't want to get into that. Then remember, this is a week after Islam Makhachev went out there and smudged JDM and only chased submissions and didn't throw any kind of ground and pound. So then we see Arman go out there, take Dan down, elbows, come here, ground and pound, vicious ground and pound. And you know what it ended up opening up? It opened up an arm triangle, and he choked his ass out. So that's kind of what made me, I was just like, Joe Rogan saying, if you thought that Islam Makhachev fight was boring, you're a casual. We didn't pay to watch Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. We paid to see mixed martial arts. And Islam wasn't mixing it up, bro. And if you just keep chasing submissions and they're not working, like, what are we doing, bro? It's not jiu-jitsu. It is a little bit on JDM for not knowing how to get up or get out of that, but Islam's just holding on, bro. Like, ain't nobody getting up from that. Yeah, I just love the fact that Arman went out there and put on this nasty performance, and then it's gonna get shoved under the rug and brushed away because he's not gonna even fight for the title next. He's just gonna be sitting on the sidelines again. And then people are wondering why he never fights. Like, it's just dirty. But shout out Arman. And then we got Merab versus Jan too. Man, one of the best UFC performances you'll ever see from Jan. I think Jan did 2 of those. He did the Figueiredo fight this year too that no one ever talks about. Like, Jan is that guy. Like I said in my reaction, he's got it everywhere. He's got the grappling, he's got the striking, he's got the cardio, he's got the toughness, he's got the IQ, he's got the counters, the reflex. Jan, when you want to build an MMA fighter, you want Jan. Well, Jan doesn't really have submissions, but he can't take people down. Got a little bit of ground and pound. I saw him ground and pound in Jose Aldo. Just doesn't have submission. So maybe send him 2-3 years Brazil, work on jiu-jitsu, brother. And the clinic he put on fucking Merab, and we found out, Merab's kryptonite is body shots. Merab does not like body shots. Merab, I think you should get the rematch. We can go for the trilogy. You've earned that. You put in work. You fought 4 times this year. He's definitely fighter of the year. I saw Lucas Tracy talking about this, and he made great points. Like, he fought against 4 killers, bro. He gotta be fighter of the year. I agree 100% with Lucas Tracy on that. I don't think you want that smoke in the trilogy, though, Merab. You cannot beat this man when he's healthy. Again, that's another instance of a fighter saying they're injured and they go out there and get beat. And we see him fight the same opponent at 100% and 4-1, damn near 50-45. So, shout out Jan. One of the best performances you'll ever see. That is going to wrap up my favorite fights of the year. Comment down below y'all's favorite fights. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. Also, if you enjoyed the video, make sure you give me a like. Hit the notification bell because I am going to be going live playing a lot of UFC 5 ranked. I'm back on console, so these boys are in trouble. No more cloud gaming. I'm going to catch y'all next one. We out.
I'm him, I can tell you from the jump, I'm a different breed. Bought a new tech, free shot, no referee. I ain't gon' force, not shit, I'ma let it be. White gold shining, diamonds red like the 7 Seas.